My name is Josiah Casarez. I'm 19. I'm a sophomore here at Vanguard. I'm involved in SFD as a lead chaplain apprentice, and I love Jesus. Key lime pie from Florida. I would, you didn't review this one with me. I'm joking. I think it would be Hong Kong. I take that back because China, to see the culture, to explore. My favorite color is blue because of the sea. I'm just reminded of how blue it is. Hey guys, I'm gonna share my story with you. It's gonna be so fun, and you're gonna learn so much about me and who I was, and you'll see the difference, I hope. So I'm from Huntington Beach, just 10 minutes away from Vanguard. I grew up going to Edison High School, but we went to church in Santa Ana, and I am brown. So when I went to church in Santa Ana, I didn't exactly fit in. I also don't speak Spanish, and it was an all Spanish church, primarily, and I was the white kid over there. And when I went to Edison High School in Huntington Beach, I was the Hispanic kid there, and I didn't know where to fit in. And I've never really felt like I fit in everywhere I go. So there was that tension on me, and on top of this, I am a pastor's kid. So all this separation, self-imposed, because really people love you and they care about you, but with the tensions of the world, we self-impose stuff on ourselves, and it's a battle in the mind more than what it really is around us. So there's a lot of stuff going on through my mind, and especially through high school. I was taught about pornography when I was in 7th grade, and masturbation, and I loved to hang out with my friends, and I loved to just say God knows what anymore, and go out late at night with them. Yeah, I was trapped. I was trapped. I didn't know what to do. I was constantly trying to fulfill my flesh, constantly trying to make sure I was not happy. I didn't even want to be happy. I didn't even want to be happy in my heart. I just wanted to sin at a point. I knew what it was. The Holy Spirit was in my life. He was always convicting me since the age 11 when I received the Holy Spirit, and He was always convicting me ever since then. But was I following the Spirit? Not so much until sophomore year of high school, when I really decided, when COVID happened, when I really decided that I wanted to change my life. I wanted to be better. I wanted to follow God, because there are so many times where my dad played a role as God. So I would do something bad and he would catch me. I would do something bad, and I started to eventually just confess everything to him. I really gave up at a point. And that's why I would say wholehearted surrender, because until you can be honest with yourself and let go of your own pride, that's when change can really happen. So I started confessing everything to my dad, and my dad would help me, not as a father. Yes, he would have to like discipline me and stuff, but basically when I was so enwrapped in like lust and sexual desires, it never fulfills. So you always want more and more and more, and it really ruins you. It really does. It isolates you, separates you, and doesn't let you grow, because you only want sin and what that offers, and it doesn't let you go away. And there's only one thing that set me free from that. I tried everything. I tried to make limits. I tried to stop myself. I tried to throw stuff away, but I always came back, even though the Spirit was convicting me all the time, every time. And that condemnation built up over time, and it became even worse. So that's why you have to stop things as soon as you can. And I'm warning you right now, because it does get bad. It does get bad. And I was just trying to constantly fulfill. I couldn't do it, failed expectations. And eventually there was a point in my life when I was contacting for hookers in my life. I was contacting people. I wanted more. And that was a point in my life where I really just realized. I already knew, but I really just realized this has got to stop before it goes any further. I believe honesty is the best policy now. And that's all I'm about. So that was my life. That was my life before Christ. I hated leadership. I hated submitting. I hated listening. And I just wanted to self-indulge. And I knew it was all wrong. So then I got into sophomore year of high school and all this starts happening. Junior year of high school, senior year of high school, really things started changing senior year of high school. I was seeking for the truth. I was seeking for the point of life. I didn't want to live anymore. I felt like I had too much burden on my life that I wasn't worth to continue. It wasn't worth to pick me up and keep going. But God changed me and saved me and brought me into a new life filled with joy and peace, no guilt, no condemnation, no more shame, as I tell you the things I used to do, because I do not have or carry that weight anymore. It's not who I am anymore, because Jesus Christ changed me. So now I'm here able to tell you my story and bring a new light. Wrapping it up, what am I doing at Vanguard now? Well, I came to Vanguard, my parents worked here, so I knew the school before I even went to high school. And I ended up here because I wanted to stay by my family. I didn't feel like I was called to leave yet, even though I am becoming more adult-like. I needed to stay with my family. So I'm here at Vanguard and I have a mission of creating community for myself and for the people around me. I want to build a relationship with all of Vanguard. I want to influence Vanguard for the greater good with Jesus Christ. That is the influence of my life, and I hope he will become yours too. So we have a Bible study here that we just started this year. And last year I came to school as a freshman, and I noticed one thing immediately. There are a lot of girls here. There are so many girls here. And hi girls, if you're watching this, go you. But what was the other thing I was noticing is where were the men? Where were the men of God? So this year, ever since last year, my friends Abdiel, Aaron, and I had a vision of doing a men's Bible study. And this year we started it. It's called Captivated. It happens every Wednesday at 6:30. So you have Wednesday morning chapel, then you have Captivated, and then there's Shine at night. So 6:30 to 7:30 we have Captivated. You get chapel credit for coming, and we love to just disciple with you guys, have fellowship, really share our own testimonies and our stories and how we were changed, so that you guys can also have change, because that is most real, is change. And when you hear from other people, it's all real. All of it's real. So we all want to change together. We all want to become better together. We want to raise up new men, leaders, new male leaders, new men of God, spiritual leaders. We need you. Where are you? So come to Captivated, get that chapel credit. We look forward to seeing you there. So that's my story. Living with Christ, living in that new life, it was one thing to just stop. It was another thing to get rid of shame, guilt, and condemnation. And those things are sin too. Because when you let those things control you, you're having little faith in what the blood of Christ does. Because when you believe in Jesus, he calls you in, he calls you righteous, he makes you righteous because of his blood. And I didn't believe that. Even though I was free, I wasn't free from the shame or the guilt. And that's little faith when you let those things rule your mind. And it only caused me to be more depressed. It only caused me to be more shy and quiet and dim down low self-esteem and not care about life. But when I listen to Todd White, I don't agree with everything he says or anyone except Jesus. But Todd White says you can have a relationship with God. I started to really pray. I started to really seek communication with God. It's like your real fathers on earth. They want to talk to you. They just want to know that they are appreciated. They put so much work into life, and for you, they want to know that you appreciate them and that you would talk to them. Because most of our problems today are because of a lack of communication, right? So, relationship changed my life. It's not just about going to church. It's not just about anything. Only relationship changed my life. Relationship to Jesus Christ. And He's made my life better. It's only going to get better from here on out. Because He gives me joy that is not breakable. You can't break the joy of the Lord. You can't break that peace of heaven in you already, of God changing you. You can't break that peace. And I'm inviting you to that if you have not received that. Seriously, go and be alone and pray. Ask for the Holy Spirit to give you conviction and to change your life and set you free. I'm Josiah Casarez, and that's my story.